Before I get started on this video, I just want to warn you, I'm about to go there, okay? I'm about to say some things that's probably going to upset some people. But let me just say this now. It's my opinion. I have the right to it. If you have something to say it respectfully, because I'm not out here disrespecting you. I'm just about to tell you how I feel, and I'm about to be 100 with you, okay? So if you got a comment, please, I'm open to discussion, but keep it respectful, because I will delete and block your ass before you even get a chance to explain yourself. All right. So I'm sure you've heard by now about this rape case where this 20-year-old kid on Stanford University's campus raped a young woman who was unconscious behind a dumpster. And the judge ended up giving him 6 months in jail with a little probation with the possibility of release after 3 months because jail would have too much of an effect on him. And also, the father saying that, this has just shattered our family and it has really affected him throughout this entire case. And we should not be punishing him this harshly for 20 minutes of action out of the 20 years that he's been living. Let me tell you something. Okay. First of all, I am happy that we have had this exposure to this case, and I will tell you why. First of all, this is just a classic case of white privilege. If this had been a black man who had committed the rape on this girl, they would have thrown the book at his ass. Straight up. They would have threw the book at him. And there would have been no looking back. Because black men are perceived as a threat. White men are not. Classic example. If I'm walking down the street at night and I see a black man walking down, chances are, I will admit to you, I'll be the first to admit, chances are I'd be a little bit nervous. But if it was some skinny white dude, I probably wouldn't care. Because I'd size him up. I probably can get you. I got you. Try me. I've been mad all day. I love to take my anger out on somebody. Please do it. But no, not with no black dude. I know that he can take me. And I feel like all of society feels that way for the most part, especially in the criminal justice system. And so the criminal justice system is designed to put away people who are threats to society. They view black men as a threat to society, therefore they're going to lock them up a lot more than they would some little white boy. The judge even said, I don't think he's a threat to society. But if you were to read the 12-page letter that this victim has written during and actually read during the sentencing for this young man, you would realize that he is probably one of the biggest threats to society. The way that he has affected her, both physically and emotionally for the rest of her life, he should be locked up for a long time. But instead, what the judge did is, after listening to this woman's statement, he basically said, F your feelings. Okay? Because this little boy is not going to be able to handle himself there. But guess what? If he cared about how much he was going to be able to handle jail, he wouldn't have did it in the first place. If your dad is so concerned about how this entire case has affected the young boy and has shattered our family's reputation, well then why don't you look at your son and tell him to put his dick away? How about that? What a concept. There are tons of statistics that will show that although blacks and whites are just as likely to commit crimes, blacks are being tried, convicted, and sentenced much more than whites, and they are getting harsher sentences. So don't tell me that that's not true when the data will show you with flying colors that is true. Anyway, that was really my rant. I do feel bad for the girl. I'm not saying that, this is all about race, but it just, as a black woman in a person who has had the black experience in America, that just rubs me in a different kind of way because of the way that I see the world. I see it. And it was like, wow, white privilege all day and all night. Can't help but to see it. I can't deal. Anyway, until next time, y'all, love and blessings.